Hey naturals, welcome to the channel. Dima is my name, and on this channel I share lots of natural hair growth DIY contents to improve your hair growth, thickness and health. On this channel, we believe that everything that grows out from the soil is a potential hair care product. They are 100% natural, free from harsh chemicals, and are great to use on natural hair. You can never go wrong with natural products. Please, before you continue watching, kindly subscribe by tapping on the red button on your interface. Also tap on the bell icon to always notify you on our future uploads. And please share this video with your family and friends if you enjoyed watching it. Lastly, please ensure you watch this video to the end, as all instructions will be stated towards the end of the video. So in today's video, I share a powerful remedy for hair loss and also natural remedy to darken gray hair. No single strand of hair will fall off after using this spray. Speed up hair growth, also grow your edges faster, and stop hair thinning with this powerful treatment. To begin, grab a jar. Make sure all apparatus to be used are well sterilized. So my very first ingredient for today's recipe is Lipton tea bags, aka black tea. Black tea's dark color comes from its large amounts of the aflavins and the arbigins, natural pigments that provide tea with its tanning effects. The alflavins and the arbigins are known to protect against oxidative stress and may play a role in promoting good cardiovascular health. As pigments, they also act as natural dyes, including for human hair. You can have naturally dark hair and have started to spot a few gray hairs developing in certain parts of your scalp. Using black tea helps darken your hair black and in turn help improve your hair color. Moving on to my next ingredient, I've got green tea leaves. Green teas are well known for being rich in antioxidants. Most of the antioxidants in green tea comes from compounds known as flavonols, particularly a type known as catechins. The most abundant and powerful catechin in green tea is epigallocatechin gallate, EGCG in short, which has been linked to a reduced risk of heart disease and certain types of cancer. Due to the antioxidant content, green teas and its extracts are being used for other purposes such as preventing hair loss and improving hair health. For the proportion, I made use of 1 tablespoon of green tea. Moving on, the next ingredient for today's recipe is rosemary leaves. I'm using the dried version for today's recipe. Please, if you've got the fresh ones, go ahead and use it. Rosemary is very common and easily accessible herb. It is green in appearance with thin needle-like leaves with a deep pungent smell. Comes to its contributions to hair, it seems to be all-purpose. Here is a brief list of uses and benefits to hair. They stimulate hair growth and improve circulation to the scalp, thus encouraging hair growth. Due to its antibacterial quality, it gently cleanses your scalp and hair, increases shine, fights premature graying, leaves irritated, dry, flaky, dandruff-ridden scalp. For the proportion, I measured out 1 tablespoon of the rosemary leaves into the jar. Rosemary is everything, you guys. If you haven't tried rosemary in your hair routine, please go ahead and give it a shot and you will never regret it. So moving on to my next ingredient, I've got lavender buds. This is what that looks like, so colorful and beautiful. Lavender has antimicrobial properties, which means that it helps prevent bacterial and fungal infection from growing on your hair and scalp. When applied to hair or scalp, this may prevent common hair or scalp issues. In particular, it may prevent itchy scalp, dandruff, and even infections. Also, lavender helps to prevent lice from invading your head. It may even kill the head lice. Also, I measured out a tablespoon of the lavender buds into our jar. Moving on, I boiled up some water to 100 degrees Celsius. Poured about 500 to 600 ml worth of the hot water into the jar containing all the ingredients that we measured out. Next, I stirred to combine all the ingredients using my stirring rod. If you don't have this stirring rod, please go ahead and use anything you have around you, spatula or whatever. It could be your spoon or whatever you have around you. As you can see, the ingredients have already started releasing their nutrients and benefits into the hot water. By the time we are done infusing, you will notice that this water will be more concentrated than it is right now. That's the power of brewing ingredients. So I'll go ahead and cover up with my foil paper. If you're an OG on this channel, you already know why we cover with foil paper. We don't use the lid that comes with the jar because the lid is made with plastic, and plastic can interfere with our hairspray, so we opted for foil paper. And also, if you have other things for covering aside plastic, go ahead and use it. So I infused for 12 hours, and after 12 hours, here is my result. Like I was telling you, you will notice that this is more concentrated than it was when I first poured the hot water. Forgive me for the background noise, it's not intentional. So I went ahead and sieved with my strainer and a bowl to collect my filtrate. This color is giving me so much joy. I love how concentrated this is, and that goes a long way to tell you that this will be very potent and this will work for your hair. So I went ahead and transferred into my spray bottle. If you don't have spray bottle, go ahead and use your body spray bottles. Wash them thoroughly and sterilize. Your hair has been shedding and breaking and you don't know what the problem is. Aside postpartum hair loss, this will stop your shedding drastically. Do not joke with this if your hair is shedding. If your hair has been shedding and you've tried every other thing and is still shedding, please give this a shot and you'll not regret it. For postpartum hair loss, please use this to control postpartum hair loss. Like I told you in my previous video, that postpartum hair loss is completely normal, but you can use this to minimize that, not that it will stop drastically. For usage, I love to leave this in. I don't ever bother to wash it off. This serves as a base for my moisture routine, and that's basically how I use my other hair teas. You guys already know that I love hair teas so much, so spray that on your hair generously, but don't drench your hair with it. Just dampen your hair a bit with it and then go in with your moisturizers. If you would love to use it as a tea rinse, please use as the last process on your wash day, and after 30 minutes go ahead and rinse off with water. Do this immediately after deep conditioning. With consistency, this darkens your hair. It changes your gray hair to black. That is, if your hair is not completely gray, if your hair is just starting to gray. I don't know if you understand what I mean. For storage, store for 5 days in the refrigerator. Do not exceed 5 days. After 5 days, this goes rancid. Discard and make a fresh batch. What I mean is that while storing this for 5 days in the refrigerator, you are to use this within 5 days. After 5 days, discard and make a fresh batch. For usage, use 2 to 3 times weekly. That is if you're leaving it in, and if you're rinsing it out or using it as a hair tea, just make as you would use that day on your wash day, depending on how you wash your hair. Cause me, I love to wash my hair twice a month. To go now, please ask your questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching and I will see you shortly.